games tonight. And from these matches will emerge a new champion on the European Tour for 2015, Michael van Gerwen. He'd won the previous 4 events. He will not win the 5th. The clean sweep is off the table. Michael van Gerwen beaten in the last 16 by Benito van der Pas, his fellow countryman. A sensational result to round off the afternoon session here in the Saxon Arena in Riesa. That means that the 8 guys we have fighting it out for the title this evening, Michael Smith and Terry Jenkins on stage now in the opening quarter-final. Ian White and Stephen Bunting is the other quarter in the same half of the draw. Then the other half, we'll see Dave Chisnell versus Kim Huybrechts and Justin Pipe versus Benito van der Pas, the conqueror of Michael van Gerwen. One of these guys is going to be crowned a winner on the European Tour for 2015 for the first time. 4 of them have won a European Tour event before now. 4 of them have yet to do so. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for your opening quarter-final. Alongside me is Rod Harrington.
Yes, good evening, Dan. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, looking forward to this evening. And this one is special. It could be special. And the interesting thing is that Terry Jenkins is the outsider here and Michael Smith's odds on. Well, I have to say, I would have had it round the other way. We know the ability of this young man, Michael Smith, but certainly Jenkins knows how to grind a result out when he's playing bad, brilliant, or indifferent.
Well, look, I mean, obviously Michael van Gerwen is the standout player this year on the European Tour, having won the first 4 events. But Terry Jenkins made the semi-final 2 weeks ago. He made the final in Gibraltar. He's got a good claim to have been the next best player on the European Tour this year, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
60.
However, we do know the ability of this young man. And if he keeps progressing, then we may see him put his name on a major title soon, or maybe in a few years' time.
Yeah, I firmly believe he's going to go and win major titles, but you know it's very difficult to go and say that about players. It's, you know, look at the ones.
Dave Chisnell.
Yeah.
Look at Terry Jenkins.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the one, isn't it?
Yes.
9 major finals for Terry Jenkins. He had 2 last year. Europeans in the UK Open.
44.
Just the 44 for Terry Jenkins, and Michael Smith should get 2 darts at his favourite double top for a breaker throw. Only needs the 1.
Yeah, nice 14 dart leg to break the throw as well. And let's be honest, Dan, when we're talking about players that can win this, with Van Gerwen out, no Taylor, no Anderson, no Lewis, there is someone going to put their name on this title thinking, thanks very much, you know, you lads can stay at home all the time.
I think you can make a strong case for any one of the remaining 8 players to go all the way here as Jenkins fires in a 180. Look, 4 of them have won them before now. You know, Chizzy has, Michael Smith has.
60.
Justin Pipe has.
Oh, Terry, that looked so good for a second one. Well, he's hit the 3rd dart in there, but he's got a good chance to break the throw back here. And of course, for some of them, Dan, they've got one eye on the match play as well.
Yeah.
Certainly Justin Pipe has. Could knock Barney out if things go
29.
well against Barney here and next week in Wigan at a Pro Tour event. And Barnwell may not be in the...
Oh, my word. Now then. Oh, couldn't tell if I found the ball there for a moment. That 29 from Terry Jenkins has really killed him in this leg.
Oh, especially after going off with a 180.
Oh, maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't.
Back
from the deck.
Do you know what? And Michael Smith, you could see him walk away to that drinks table going, please don't hit it, please don't hit it. Oh, damn.
Well, Terry Jenkins, 152 check out in the second leg.
32.
And he kicks off 32. The only thing, you know, with Michael Smith, and he's going to have to learn, you know, as he gets more experienced, is that he does expect to hit a 180 every 3 shots. And if he only hits 100, he walks away with this, oh no, what's going on? And that's what he's got to get out of. You know, a ton at times is a brilliant score.
It's all about the context of it, isn't it? But Michael Smith, winner on the European Tour in Leipzig. That's also in the east of Germany, so a happy hunting ground for him, this part of the world. He beat Michael van Gerwen in the final of that tournament. That was the back end of last year, the last European Tour event. That's why he's seeded third here, because he's still got that on his ranking. As the ball puts in a ton 40.
Yes, there's no question that this young man is one of the raw talents.
28.
You know, alongside the Van Gerwens and the Lewises and the Andersons. They're in that same mould.
90. Michael will require 40.
It's a double top for Michael Smith. Down for the tens.
30.
Well, he missed a few doubles against Steve Beaton in the previous round, and he managed to get away with it. Is Terry Jenkins going to be as generous?
Game
Not in this instance.
No, Terry Jenkins is a little bit of a different animal at the moment. You know, he's playing well, he's in a good place in his head. You know, he says that, you know, darts is not my livelihood, I'm pretty safe now, so I can just play the game because I want to play the game, and that's a big difference. You haven't got mortgages to worry about if you win or lose. And
129.
Winner of this one faces either Ian White or Stephen Bunting. They're on the way in the second quarter final as the ball fills it up.
85.
No, that's a loose start. So an advantage here for Terry Jenkins to set himself up to break the throw. And another one of those.
100.
Well, not as good as you would have expected after the first dart in the treble. But Michael's not going to punish him over it.
85. So Terry, you require
maybe
92.
Bullseye 25, that's the old guard. Oh, he's gone with the treble 20. Double 18.
Game shown the full flag.
That will do very nicely for Terry Jenkins. It's 3 consecutive legs for the man from Herefordshire. And Michael Smith has got to dig deep here. Saw off Johnny Clayton in the second round, 6-4, beat Steve Beaton 6-3 in the first game of this afternoon's session. Terry Jenkins, having beaten Jamie Lewis in his second round game, then beat Roby John Rodriguez. He thought he'd beaten him a little bit earlier than he actually had. He went 5-2 up, turned around to shake his hand, and his young Austrian opponent pointed out he needed an extra leg to go on and win the match.
But what I liked about that, when Terry took the darts out at the board, Relby walked up and shook his hand. I like that.
Well, at least he's polite.
57.
See, it was the other way for Michael Smith. The Worlds a couple of years ago when he played Phil Taylor and, you know, famously beat him. He had no idea that he'd hit the match-winning shot 55. Until the referee called it, and then he sprinted across the stage.
Well, you know, that's a good mindset to be in, because the hardest double to hit is the one to win the match. So if you don't know,
you've got no idea what's going on.
That's exactly right.
Terry Jenkins in there again.
140.
Stand up if you love the darts, echoing around the Saxon Arena here.
Terry, you require 109.
Well, he's taken 152 out and 92, but he's not going to take 109 out.
41.
Well, there's an outside chance now. Terry Jenkins may only get one double if he returns. Treble 20, that leaves the bullseye. Dead centre. Absolute dead centre.
Michael Smith. 6-leg Michael has thrown first.
Well, that is a break back for Michael Smith, so he's throwing to level the match at 3 apiece, but he does need another break of throw in this one, with Terry Jenkins having thrown first in the opening leg. 129 check out Terry the Bull had that 152. Terry Jenkins hasn't missed a dart at a double as yet.
140.
And Michael Smith makes it look so easy, doesn't he? You know, a bit like A.D. Lewis.
It's a very solid base. It's a very smooth throw.
It's funny, Dan, because I mean, Phil Taylor's the best player that's ever been, and you kind of don't put him into the category as this raw natural talent.
No.
And yet he's been the best player by far over the last, well, God knows how many years.
It always looks like there's a lot of effort with every dart for Phil Taylor. It's kind of testament to the man that he is, that he's able to maintain that intensity and concentration and focus as he has done for 30 years.
Do you know how I explain it sometimes? Is with, say, footballers. Phil Taylor was the Kevin Keegans, who never had a bad game. And he really was a brilliant player, literally every game. You could rely on him every single game of the season. And the rest of them are George Bests, where they may be terrible for 3 games, but boy, when they turn up, are they entertaining?
Makes it all worth it.
So that's the way I explain
45,
it.
Michael,
Did you get all that?
Where did you class yourself? Were you sort of a Michael Ricketts, a Carlton Palmer?
I don't think I was quite that bad.
Oh, now then, a missed big number there.
39.
He has left himself double top, but Terry Jenkins, he's already taken out 152. He's not going to take out the 137, so Michael Smith will return to try and level the match at 3 apiece.
59. Michael, you require 40. Game shot at 6
level
leg.
pegging. Michael Smith
7th leg.
certainly has dug deep
reverse.
to get that 2-leg deficit back. Norman Hunter or Jack Charlton?
There we go. Of course.
Only because I got accused of kicking people and unfounded. Absolutely unfounded.
Former world number 1, 2-time world match play champion Rod Harrington there. Now then. We said he needed another break. It's not a bad way to start. You see the averages there, 103.9 for Michael Smith. That is very, very good.
40.
Yeah, a cracking game of darts this is. He's in there again and again. Come on, Michael. Oh, where is that? That was, yes, it was that far. I think it was further than that, Michael. I think it was further than that.
Well, the closest we've come this weekend was young Max Hopp. Having hit a 9-darter in qualifying, went 7 perfect darts in his game with Mervyn King in what proved to be the final leg of the match. And Michael Smith, well, what a leg of darts this is from the 24-year-old from St Helens. Potential 11-darter coming in. Terry Jenkins, well, he's got down to a finish, but it's a big one. So Michael Smith for a 3rd consecutive leg.
36. Terry, you require 141.
Oh, this would hurt. Just misses the treble 19.
87.
It's a double 10 for Michael Smith.
You require 20.
Tops and 10s, they're his favourite doubles. They're the ones he leaves whenever possible. That's right on the wire. And that finds its target. So Terry Jenkins won 3 consecutive legs. Michael Smith is hit back with 3 of his own, including 2 breaks of throw. He's now in the driving seat, and it's this kind of stuff from Michael Smith that did make him the pre-match favourite for it with the bookies.
Yes, you're absolutely right. When he gets on these runs, you know, we talk about the Van Gerwens, and as we keep saying, the runs they get on with their talent of. And then we have a 15, 16, 14. I actually thought it was a bit better than that. But he's back in again.
It's only a second 180 as well. This is a 100 plus average from Michael Smith. And it's without the big 180 hit in that, you know, he hit 5 and a 177 against Steve Beaton earlier on. Stubbornly staying on that treble 20 because he.
Well, he wanted to go for the ton for the 164, didn't he? So a chance here for Jenks, but he needs another one of those. No, that's not good enough.
80.
You see 101.6 versus 94.7. And Michael Smith, a decent setup there. A hold of throw here for the bully boy, and he's 1 leg away from the semi-finals. But here comes Terry Jenkins.
Again, I like the 25 there because he comes back with 2 darts at the double. If he gets a dart. Oh, and he is.
Terry, you require 66.
Terry Jenkins may only get 1 dart at the double. And that's exactly what he's going to get.
Tops.
Game
for the ball.
Terry Jenkins.
That's good grit and determination from Terry Jenkins. You never see this guy give up. And he always thinks his opponent's going to miss. And like then, sometimes they do.
Well, the momentum has shifted a couple of times in this match already. Right now, Terry Jenkins is the favourite, but maybe it's changing again. No, it's just a ton 40.
Yeah, Terry Jenkins is now the favourite. But we knew this was going to have plenty of legs in it, Dan, didn't we? We didn't expect this to, or any of them, to run away with it.
It's 3 apiece in their previous meetings between these two. Underlining that they are very evenly matched. And there you've seen
57.
A couple of 180s.
Well, when you look at the stats and your 140 and 180 count is above the ton, then you know that they're playing at the top of their game. At one time, you would never see it. Now, it's very common.
And look at this. He's left himself a potential 11 darter to break the throw again. Double 12. Double 6. And now he's throwing for the match. Michael Smith. Another breaker throw. 3rd consecutive one in this match.
That's a brilliant leg of darts at that sort of situation. When we talk about throwing great darts at crucial times in the match, that leg was as good as it gets. I mean, against the throw,
43.
And he fires in a 12-dart leg.
Yeah, because the thing is, he'd got the momentum there. He won 3 straight legs, put himself in the driving seat. Then Jenkins comes back and gets a breaker throw, and then he summons up the reserves to come back at it. And straight away, it's not a long format game. You haven't got, let's just let him have a leg, and I'll try and build up a bit of steam, have another go at him later. It's got to happen. It's got to happen now.
96.
It's exactly right. There's no good saying, okay, I'm not playing too well this leg. I'll wait till next leg. I'm sorry, you're out.
Yeah.
But he did, and that's where he's learning all the time.
But Terry Jenkins is doing exactly the same back at him.
Well, if you put Terry Jenkins's grit and determination, that little bit of experience and know-how into this man's game, you have got a world champion this year. End of this year, he becomes one of the favourites.
Yeah. Well, look, do not rule out either of these guys contesting the latter stages of the major TV tournaments over the course of the year. Whoever goes on to win this, of course, will probably get in the Grand Slam. Only Chizzy out of the 8 here is definitely going to be there, but with the new criteria, there's a very strong chance.
Terry, you require 161.
Well,
could it go?
This would be a finish.
116. Michael, you require 164.
Wow. The 164 is not going to go, though, so Terry Jenkins will get 2 darts to take us to a decider.
Terry, you require 45.
And then he would have to throw in that. So once again, the tables could be turning. That's a long way off.
25.
So's that.
Michael, you
and this is a lovely
120.
checkout. Everybody loves the 120, the Shanghai on the 20s. Can Michael Smith take it out? Oh, and that's a good guide. Well, he'll be disappointed with that,
60.
Dan, because although he missed the first dart, he's in a perfect
20.
position.
Are we going all the way? Oh, my word. Last dart in hand, Michael Smith smiles to himself at the back of the stage.
Do you know what happens when they've got the last dart in hand? You actually hold your breath, thinking, no, don't quit, don't quit. And it goes in, it just, it kicks you a little bit.
Right, who can produce in this deciding leg? It's been another cracking game of darts at the International Darts Open here in Riesa. Michael Smith is averaging 100, and it may not be enough.
91.
May not be enough.
Well, he may go down the bottom now.
134.
That's a great switch, isn't it? That really has put the pressure on Michael Smith. He needs a 140, and he needs Well, he's hit the 140, but he's going to need another one of those when he comes back, or preferably a 180. And then he's got to hope that Jenkins is not going to hit the treble. Well, that's not going to happen.
100.
Just the ton does get him to a finish. Michael Smith gets to a finish with a ton himself. Ton 40 gets into a better one, though. Oh, he might not even get that.
Terry, you require 167.
Well, 6 stars from here for Jenkins to go through to a semi-final. Just needs one treble to set it up.
91.
But he still may only get one dart at the double. And we've seen him miss the double top a few times with just one dart in his hand.
Well, he's filled it up. Maybe to create a bit of noise.
That's exactly what he's done. I like it. I like it, Michael Smith.
Oh, you can't put the bull off.
Oh, he's missed. He's missed.
You require 30.
No, he's got to attack it with the first dart. If you're going to split it, do it with the first dart, not the second.
Game shot.
Straight in.
Terry Jenkins missed a match start against Michael van Gerwen in the semi-finals 2 weeks ago. Van Gerwen went on to win the tournament. He's missed 2 at double 8 against Michael Smith here, and Michael Smith survives. He's our first man through to the semi-finals. Is that the little bit of luck that you might need to go on and win one of these events? Michael Smith still has hopes of winning another Euro Tour event in East Germany. He's through. We'll face either Stephen Bunting or Ian White. They're coming up in a moment, but here are a few words from your winner in a tight contest, Michael Smith.
You're the number 3 seed player in this tournament. Number 1 and number 2 are already out of the tournament. Does this make you the top favorite for the title today?
No, it doesn't. There's still 7 people left in now. Everyone can win it. The for a reason. Benito took out the number 1 seed. Bunting took out the number 2 seed. So you just got to keep fighting. Nothing's guaranteed.
Yesterday you had an interview with a German newspaper backstage, I remember, and you were very positive about the German crowd. How was it in this match right now?
The crowd are great. They give everyone the support. They give Terry the support, me the support. There's no booing and nothing. You couldn't ask for better people. So a round of applause to yourselves.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Michael Smith. See you in the semi-finals.